India's Republic Day, celebrated on January 26 each year, is a national holiday that honours the day the Constitution of India came into effect, officially transforming India into a republic. The history of Republic Day in India is tied to the nation's struggle for independence and the formation of its democratic framework. The prelude to Republic Day. India gained independence from British colonial rule on August 15, 1947. However, even after independence, India did not have a permanent constitution and was still governed under the Government of India Act 1935, a legacy of British rule. The need for a new constitution became clear as India sought to establish a democratic, sovereign republic. In 1946, the Constituent Assembly was formed to draft India's constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was appointed as the chairman of the drafting committee. The Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly held its first session on December 9, 1946. Over the next few years, members debated various provisions and shaped the constitution, which would be a detailed framework of laws and guidelines to govern the country. The Assembly's work was influenced by India's diverse cultures, languages, and religions, and it sought to guarantee fundamental rights and freedoms to all citizens. After significant deliberations, the draft of the Constitution was approved on November 26, 1949, and signed by members of the Constituent Assembly. However, the Constitution was to come into force on January 26, 1950, a date chosen to honour the significance of the Indian National Congress's resolution in 1930. The significance of January 26. The choice of January 26 is symbolic because it marks the anniversary of the Lahore Resolution of 1930, when the Indian National Congress, under the leadership of Subhas Chandra Bose and Jawaharlal Nehru, had declared that India should seek complete independence from British rule, rather than simply greater autonomy within the British Empire. This day became known as Purna Swaraj, Complete Independence, Day, and thus, January 26 became the date chosen to enforce the new constitution and establish the Republic of India. The First Republic Day, 1950. On January 26, 1950, the Constitution of India officially came into effect. Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the first President of India and took the oath of office. The day was celebrated with solemnity, and the newly formed Indian government marked the occasion with military parades and events. The Prime Minister of India at the time, Jawaharlal Nehru, also took part in Republic Day celebrations, but the day's significance was primarily focused on the adoption of the Constitution and India's transition to a republic. Republic Day celebrations. The most significant and grand celebration of Republic Day takes place in New Delhi at Rajpath, formerly Kingsway, where a parade is held in front of the President of India. This parade is a colourful and ceremonial event that showcases India's military strength, cultural diversity, and achievements. It includes marching contingents of the Indian Armed Forces, tableaux representing different states of India, cultural performances, and the display of military hardware. The chief guest at the Republic Day celebrations is typically a foreign dignitary. The parade concludes with the unfurling of the national flag and the national anthem. Other events, including the distribution of bravery awards and the recognition of distinguished citizens, also take place. The Republic Day celebrations culminate in a grand fireworks display. The role of the President. On Republic Day, the President of India plays a central role. As the head of the state, the President is the chief guest at the parade and delivers an address to the nation. The President also honours citizens with the Padma Awards, Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri, and Padma Vibhushan, on this day for their distinguished contributions in various fields. Contemporary celebrations. Republic Day has evolved over the decades into a day of national pride and unity. It is a day to remember the sacrifices made by freedom fighters and visionaries who fought for India's independence and its democratic framework. People across India celebrate the day with patriotism, raising the flag, singing the national anthem, and participating in various cultural events. In addition to the central celebrations in Delhi, state capitals and towns across India hold their own Republic Day ceremonies, with flags being hoisted and national songs sung. Republic Day and national unity. Republic Day has come to symbolize the unity of India in its diversity, encompassing the many different cultures, languages, religions, and traditions that make up the nation. The day serves as a reminder of the country's commitment to democracy, justice, and equality, enshrined in its constitution. Conclusion. Republic Day is not just a celebration of India's constitution. It is a celebration of India's sovereignty, freedom, and democratic spirit. It is a day to honor the vision and wisdom of the founders of the Indian Republic and to reflect on the country's journey from colonial rule to an independent democratic nation.